accomplished. Hi, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Detier.
And today we'll be talking about ancient Rome. For wealthy Romans, life was good. They lived in beautiful houses, often on the hills outside Rome. Away from the noise and smell. They enjoyed extravagant lifestyle with luxurious furnishings. Surrounded by servants and slaves to cater to their every desire. Many would hold exclusive dinner parties and serve their guests the exotic dishes of the day.
Poorer Romans, however, had a much less luxurious life. They lived in shabby squat homes that could collapse or burn down at any moment. If times were hard, they might abandon newborn babies in the streets, hoping that someone could take them in as a servant or a slave. Poor in wealth, but strong in numbers, these were the Romans' plebeians. In the ending years of the Roman Republic, Julius Caesar came to power alongside a wealthy man named Crassus and a popular general, Pompey. He made a name for himself by invading Gaul, modern-day France, and making it a Roman province. In 49 BC, Pompey and the Senate demanded his return. He returned, with a legion. He marched to Rome, defeated anyone else, and proclaimed himself dictator for life, creating the Roman Empire. However, his reign was ended when he was stabbed 23 times by his friend Brutus and the fellow members of the Senate.
I'm Julius Caesar. Oh God, no, not Julius Caesar. I can't die. Not 23 times, no. I'm dying. I'm Julius Caesar and I'm dying. No. How could you, Marcus? How could you? Augustus, who was the great-nephew of Julius Caesar, is considered to be Rome's first emperor. He was a strong military leader and led Rome through a civil war. When his rule was over, Rome was once again a financially stable empire.
While Marcus Aurelius was in charge, he brought Rome to its height of economic prosperity. In addition to this, he also defeated many invaders. With the death of Marcus Aurelius in 180 AD, the period of Pax Romana also came to an end.
Nero is considered to be the worst emperor Rome ever had. He was self-obsessed and was said to have started a fire that burnt down much of Rome. After this fire, he built a large house among the ashes. He was finally said to be an enemy of the state when he ordered some of his senators to commit suicide. His last words are, "With me dies a great artist." I'm Nero, and I burned down my entire city from my own house. I'm a genius! Ah!
Diocletian became emperor after he defeated the last emperor's son in battle. He is most notable for splitting the empire into East and West. He is likened to the American President Ronald Reagan as he doubled the amount of military spending. He was also the first emperor to retire.
Constantine was the man who finally legitimized Christianity and allowed it to become the religion it is today. Stopping the persecution of Christians, Constantine made his mark in history.
A gladiator was an armed combatant who entertained audiences in the Roman Empire. They participated in violent battles with other gladiators, wild animals, and condemned criminals. Gladiators fought in large stadiums, the most famous of which being the Colosseum. This feat of engineering could hold 50,000 people and be exited in 12 minutes. There were 80 of these across the empire, but not as large as the one in Rome.
We have interrupted this boring to bring you.
Hey, I was talking!
No one cares. Back to what I was saying. We now interrupt this boring to bring you a gladiator game! Fight!
Fatality.
I'm Julius Caesar, and I say, thumbs up. No, Marcus, no, not again! I was already dead! No, Marcus, no! No! How could you, Marcus? Not again!
You wasted my speech for that?
That gladiator game was the best part of this video so far.
That's it. I've had enough for one day.
Day 2.
Carthage and Rome were the superpowers of the ancient world. They each vied for the power of the Mediterranean, and a violent clash was inevitable. Carthage had a great leader by the name of Hannibal. At a young age, his father had told him to always be an enemy of Rome. Hannibal was a brilliant strategist and used elephants as part of his battle technique. Rome was brought to its knees until an equally great leader by the name of Scipio defeated Hannibal, ending the Second Punic War and sealing Carthage's fate.
After the death of the Emperor Marcus Aurelius, Rome began to fall. With his death, the period of peace and prosperity known as Pax Romana ended. The reason Rome fell is such a vast topic, there is no way I could sum it up in this video. But here are a few reasons why Rome fell. Inflation. Inflation is when the general price of goods rise, coupled with a decrease in the value of currency. Barbarians outside and inside the gate. As Rome expanded, so did its borders. On each of these borders were many enemies. These enemies were constantly pushing against Rome. Mercenaries of Rome would also be more likely to join their own people than to protect their overseers. Government corruption. Near the end of Rome, government officials cared little about Rome itself and more about the best ways to increase their own wealth. Military turmoil. With the Romans hiring mercenaries, the overall loyalty the military had to itself was declining. Many of Rome's soldiers held loyalty only to their commander and none to Rome. The life and death of Rome has taught the rest of the world valuable lessons. You must never allow one man too much power, for man will never be content and will always request more. You must never be tyrannic, but be diplomatic with your fellow humans. Rome has also taught us to recognize the beauty and the value of architecture and how we can leave a lasting mark on our world.
Oh, that was excellent, guys! Julius Caesar gives you 2 thumbs up. Oh, bravo, bravo. Not this time, Marcus! Ha! I killed you! You're never going to fool me, Marcus! Ha! I'm Julius Caesar, and I approve this message.
Rome could have been built in a day if they had hired Chuck Norris.
That's our Norris.